Man, listen, what up, and welcome back to Pnoid News. Man, I'm going to tell you what, all right, I've been busy, I'm working, handling my business, doing what it is that I do, all right? I'm trying to get this cartoon done as well. So I got a lot of shit on my plate right now, so I ain't have a whole lot of time to put stuff out, but, and this is a big but, I got a couple of videos planned, you know what I'm saying? I got some stuff I'm working on, right, legit, you know what I mean, some good shit, you know what I mean, as far as things are concerned, but at the moment, right, I had TK Mal drop something into, you know what I'm saying, my Discord that, you know what I mean, in my video ideas, by the way, if you want, you know what I'm saying, see something put on here, you know what I mean, join the Discord, link is always in the description, it's always open, you know what I mean, and like, you can, interact, ask questions, whatever it is, you can suggest stuff for me to cover. All right, anyway, right, so this is an article from Marcellus Drilling News, take that for what it is, right, but basically, they're warning that New England grid says rolling blackouts possible this winter. The electrical system that powers the United States is made up of individual power grids that connect with each other. Different regions have their own grid of grids called a regional transmission organization, or RTO, that operates to manage the flow of electricity across the entire grid to ensure reliability. In New England, the grid operator RTO is ISO, New England, and ISO standing for Independent System Operator. Gordon Van Wely, CEO of ISO New England, recently had some startling and stark words about the reliability of New England's electric grid. Get ready for rolling blackouts. Van Wely said the grid in New England is already precarious and there are extended cold snaps or will be blackouts. Why? Lack of natural gas supplies to feed the gas-fired power plants in the region. And why is there not enough natural gas in New England, according to Van Wely? Because of pipeline constraints. Given there's more than enough Marcellus gas in nearby Pennsylvania, yep, why are there pipeline constraints? Because New York and New England have fought tooth and nail to block every new pipeline that would flow extra Marcellus gas into the region. Shame on them. New Englanders will now face rolling blackouts because of their own leaders' actions in blocking new pipelines. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about where is New England actually located. What is New England? This is New England. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. This is what is actually considered New England. I know, like, a lot of y'all around the country, you would like put New York and Jersey and PA in there. We are not part of that, right? So this is actually the New England pipeline grid, right? Legit, right? And like PA's here on the left, New York's right above that, and then Vermont, you know, whatever, right? All this nonsense. But you notice there's no pipelines in Vermont, right? Little to no pipelines in Maine, mostly because no one lives in Maine. Right at the end of the day, all this big patch right here is all Providence and Boston, right? Important to understand, right, where the pipelines are, okay? Okay, so what people don't understand about natural gas and understand about, I'm saying, like the world as a whole, these eco-warrior individuals, these leftist progressive individuals don't understand that legitimately you can only run clean energy, right, in certain parts of the country, right? Like, windmills only produce but so much power, and solar panels don't work in the Northeast. Right, like solar energy really is a net loss in, the New England area because it's cold, it's winter, right? Doesn't get that much sunlight. Just is what it is, right? Just a fact of fucking life. Okay, if you live in Florida, Texas, California, Arizona, Nevada, lower parts of these states, legitimately, all day solar will do great for you. But once you start getting into like the middle of the country, it stops working, right? You only get like a certain percentage of actual fucking solar panel or solar power into, how do you say this? Into like the actual power generation, right? Like the drops are insane, right? Especially like once it starts snowing and, these type of things, right? This here is Marcellus Utica supply region, right? Tom Pease lives right in PA, right at the bottom of that motherfucking shit, right? So this here, legitimately, like we're all good, right? This is why, like I always say, like Appalachia should leave America, like as a whole, because like we can tell you all go fuck yourselves, so we'll be just fine, right? Just so y'all know what's going on. Now, I wanted to bring this up, right? Because like I think it's important. See, these eco-warriors don't actually know anything. They just know and regurgitate shit that they hear from other leftist individuals or professors or college. And, like, they read, like, the headlines and stuff, right? Like, you would think that something like coal, right, is like this really bad, terrible thing, right? But the truth is that like things like coking coal is used in almost all, you know what I'm saying, steel manufacturing. So like if you want to build windmills and cars and things of this nature, right, you know what I mean, electric cars, solar panels, right, transmission lines, like you're gonna need steel, right? And only like, you know what I mean, like 30% of all steel actually comes from recyclable, right? And that's kind of important, right? So basically, I'm going to explain how this works. In the blast furnace, the coke reacts with oxygen and strips it off the iron ore, leaving melted pure iron, a main ingredient of steel, explained by Battelle. It's a simple chemical reaction that is essential to getting pure iron in order to make, you know what I'm saying, like coke. In order to make actual, like, yeah, fucking stuff, it's actually called coke, right? In order to make, you know, like steel and steel products. Now they're starting to use things like natural gas, and natural gas is being used more and more inside of the United States to make things like plastics, right? Which is actually drawing off and competing for a lot of the natural gas that are used for homes, right? Because, you know, in the north, it gets very, very cold in the wintertime. And let's be honest here, all right, we all need to heat our houses. Like, human beings have to have heat. And when you're blocking pipelines that are like running liquid natural gas, or, you know what I mean, you're standing here like taking away coal supplies, you're taking away all these type of things, you can't replace them with green energy. And that's a problem, right? And you're going to force people to end up, you know, having to do things like burning wood and cutting down trees or whatever it is in order to heat their homes. Like, you're going to, or people are going to die as well. Like, that's a big problem. You know what I mean? Like, somewhat anyway. Like, again, like, these green energy initiatives are going to kill people. And I know, like, a lot of these climate change individuals live in places like California, right? And, you know what I mean, Manhattan, where, you know, like the power grid is not their responsibility, and they don't pay for their own electricity. They don't pay for their own shit, right? They don't pay for their heat. You know what I mean? It's provided through, you know, like a giant heat system. Like, believe it or not, in a lot of northern cities, what happens is like you'll have heated water, right, that runs through your pipes and goes into things like radiators. And that's done for either like a whole building or a whole block or a whole neighborhood that is shot. You'll have a giant furnace somewhere that does this. And like, so you can adjust your heat through using your radiator inside of your house, right? And like, so they never even have any part of this. They're completely disconnected. It's like these people who think that like meat is made in the back of the goddamn grocery store. People are fucking dumb, right? And like, they're gonna get people killed. And I'll be honest, I think it needs to happen, right? So that they understand that, like, you know, these motherfuckers are retarded and shouldn't be running things. But, you know, midwits are, you know, I mean, a problem throughout the world. And until we, you know what I'm saying, accept the fact that most people who are educated inside of colleges are midwits, it's going to be what it is. But yo, look, I'm Tom Pease with Pnoid News. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.